We're making Karela, so I'm going to show you my recipe. I've sliced the Karelas in thin slices, and you can remove the seeds. So there are two kinds of seeds, the one that are soft and one that are hard. So I have removed the hard seeds. Some people like that. My grandfather used to love these fried hard seeds, but I've removed that, and I have thinly sliced the Karela, and I have two more, so I'm just going to slice them as well. And you can see these hard seeds, so you can remove them if you want to. If you want to eat them, you can eat them. I don't know many people who want to eat them. So you can just slice it and remove the seeds. And now we're going to soak these in salted water, very salty water. We're going to soak these, and then what that does is it takes out all the bitterness from the Karela. So if you don't like bitter Karelas, I personally do, but you can remove the bitterness of the Karelas by soaking them for about 15 minutes in very salty water. So in order to decrease the bitterness of the Karelas, we need to balance it with onions. So onions have a lot of sweetness, and the more onions you add, the sweeter the Karelas will be. So I have 3 here. So let's chop them up. I'm gonna roughly chop them. There's a trick to peel garlics very fast. So you first remove the head like that, and then you cut it in half. So go like this, and then you can peel garlic. I've switched to front camera because so that I can see what I'm doing, and my front camera is kind of broken, so that's why it's all. Anyway, so now we're going to make the masala for the Karela. And you can actually, what you can do is you can either make a dry masala and store it and use it in other sabzis such as bhindi or ghiya, any sabzi you like. So not any sabzi, but still in bhindis, in tinda, in ghiya, in tori as well, I suppose. And so what we're gonna do, or you can make it while you are making karelas. You don't have to store it. I'm going to make a wet masala. So basically there's a dry masala and then there's a wet masala. So you can put all the dry ingredients and grind them in a mixie, in a grinder, and then store them, or you can make the wet masala while you're making the sabzi. You don't have to store it because it will go bad. So we have the garlic. These onions, we will fry them later. And okay, I should put more garlic, I suppose. Shut up. These stupid YouTube ads. I think that's enough garlic. I don't think there's too much garlic in anything, right? So, oh, I put the garlic in the trash and the peel here. Anyway, so we're gonna take this amount, just or a pestle or mortar, whatever you would like to call it. I'm gonna put the garlic in, and so we have the garlic in, 2 green chilies, cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, coriander powder, 2 teaspoons. Oops, I'm out of coriander. Lots of coriander. 1 teaspoon of turmeric, not too much turmeric. I think people put a lot of turmeric in food and that ruins the whole taste of other masalas. And then a little bit of Kashmiri chili powder. Kashmiri red chili powder is for the color and not the heat. So you can put 1 big teaspoon of it, and that will give it the color, because the heat is coming from the green chilies and not that much from the red chili. But if you're using red chili, something like this is very hot. This should not be put in large quantities, so we're putting this just for the color, not for the heat. And I'm also putting in dry mango powder or khatai. So now 1 teaspoon of that. Alright, now a little bit of salt for the friction, that will help grind it easily. Just gonna go like this. And then later on you can put some water into it and make a paste out of it. And then we will fry this while we're frying the onions. I forgot putting in the most important thing, which is fennel seeds. You can make a nice paste out of it, because some people don't like raw fennel, whole fennel, because it gets stuck in their teeth. It's mostly an old people problem. So just make a nice paste out of it. So after pounding it for quite a while, we have a smooth paste. Ignore that. I feel like Nigella Lawson today. So the Karelas have been soaking in salt water for quite a while, about 20 minutes. We're going to wash these about 3 times with clean water, so that all the saltiness as well as the bitterness is eliminated from the Karelas. I'm gonna put in some mustard oil. I cook my sabzis in mustard oil. It's healthier, but there's a few things that you have to keep in mind while using mustard oil. First of all, you have to heat it up until there's smoke coming out, not too much smoke, but still. And the oil will also get a bit thinner and lighter in color. So that's when the mustard oil is ready, and you will not get that weird mustard oil taste. So this much mustard oil, yeah, I think that's fine. And then we're going to fry these in this. Now you can see there's smoke coming out of this oil, so, and it's also lighter in color, and it's a bit thinner in consistency. And to make sure that you don't get that weird mustard oil taste, you can put in a little bit of salt. That fixes it. We are first going to fry our karelas until they are golden brown and a bit cooked, and then we will cook our onions, tomatoes separately, make a masala out of it, and then combine both of these together. Look at the metamorphosis of the Karela, the bottle gourd. So you can see it's becoming a bit golden, it's shrinking in size, it's not bitter right now, not as bitter as bottle gourds are. So we're going to keep frying them until we get all of the karelas in this shape. In this shape. Alright. I think it's done almost. I'm going to keep some. We're going to fry them. So can you see the oil separating on the sides? That means the masala is cooked. I'm going to keep the tomatoes a bit raw. I like that bite. So you can cook it until it's all soft, but I like it like this. And now we're going to add in our fried karelas. And fry both of these together. You can taste it at this point if it's not that, I don't know, if it needs a bit more sourness, you can add more khatai, dry mango powder in it. If it needs more salt, you can add salt. So now we're going to cook both of these until the oil separates again on the sides. I'm going to put a lid on it. So we're going to let it cook again for about 5 to 10 minutes until the oil separates on the sides. Oh yeah, it is, yeah, it looks nice. It tastes nice as well. I'm recording it after tasting it, and it is not bitter at all. So the karelas are cooked, you can see that. You can make it softer if you like. If you like a bit of that crunch, you can keep it this way. There's another thing that you need to add here. But first just check if you think it needs more sourness, you can add more dry mango powder. If it needs more salt, you can add salt. I'm also adding a bit of sugar in it. This is muscovado sugar or khand, I don't know what it's called in English, but it gives it a really nice khatta meetha taste, which I really like. But it's not too much sugar. Alright, so fry it a little bit and it's done.